Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. What we're going to talk about today are two methods by which you can connect to the Canon 5D Mark IV camera wirelessly. Now this is a really useful feature, especially when you're away from home or the office and you want to get some images off of your camera and you don't want to go through the whole process of importing the images off the memory card onto your computer, let's say, but you just want to maybe pull one shot, do a little bit of quick editing, and then post it to Instagram. This is a really cool way that you can do that. The first method is a way which this camera will actually spit out its own Wi-Fi network. It creates a Wi-Fi network and you can connect to the camera then that way with your smartphone. The second method is better suited for when you're at home or at the office and you have a network that already exists, like your Wi-Fi network. In that method, you connect the camera to the Wi-Fi network, your phone to the Wi-Fi network, and they can communicate in that way. That's the real quick introduction of the two methods that we're going to look at today on how you can connect your Canon 5D Mark IV wirelessly to your smartphone. Now that being said, I have to say this method, both of these methods are a little bit clunky. The wireless communications sometimes don't happen immediately or as quickly as they probably should. And so you might have gone through all these steps and you're sitting there waiting, and something doesn't seem to be happening, and then a second later it happens. But the next time you try it, it happens a little bit more quickly. Just know that this can be a little bit clunky in that regard. So if the things don't quite connect immediately as you think they should, give it another shot and try it again, because it's not a wired connection, so there is a little bit of lag sometimes for all these connections to happen. But enough about that. Let's get right to it and figure out how we can connect wirelessly to the Canon 5D Mark IV. The Canon 5D Mark IV is a pretty robust communication platform in terms of being able to communicate with this camera wirelessly to other devices like your laptop or a smartphone. So to jump in, let's start by going to the menu. And you want to go over to the yellow setup menu, which is the little wrench icon up on top. Tap on communication settings, built-in wireless settings, and make sure that it's set to enable. You can tap on that and set enable if it's not. And the first setting I want to look at is the nickname. Now the nickname, if you tap on it, when you first set up your phone, your camera, excuse me, it's not going to say this. I set it to be my initials JG, 5D4, the 5D Mark IV, just so I know what this camera is called when I'm communicating with it wirelessly. The phone, or excuse me, the camera does have the ability to set up a Wi-Fi network. So when you set up the Wi-Fi network, it will be prefixed with whatever nickname you give the phone here. So the nickname will be something generic at first, but you can give it a more unique nickname if you'd like. From here, let's tap on the Wi-Fi function option. And right now, just tap on the smartphone icon in the upper left, and then choose setting, choose set. Now you can set up to 3 preset settings on your 5D Mark IV, and these are kind of like different profiles. The two that I use currently, I have one setting, the JG5D Wi-Fi. This camera will spit out a Wi-Fi network and I can connect to it wirelessly when I'm away from home. So I can connect my smartphone to the Wi-Fi network that this spits out, and it doesn't need a home Wi-Fi, for example, which is what my VIG iPhone setting, which connects this camera to my Wi-Fi at home. And then I connect my smartphone, my iPhone, to the Wi-Fi, which it always is when I'm at home. And then I can connect to the phone that way. So in that profile, you are connecting to your home network and you don't need to create something different. And then you can also set a third option, which I only use those top two, so I don't need to have a third setting. Let's take a look to see what different options are if we were to try to set up a new setting here. So let's tap on set 3. And we'll see, we are gonna choose review and change settings after it selects it. Change settings. And the two different methods here are what I just mentioned about my two profiles that I have set up. An easy connection means that this camera is gonna make its own Wi-Fi network. Select a network means you're gonna connect this to a Wi-Fi network and then your smartphone or your laptop to that network. So if we try the first option, it'll say connect camera directly to device, say okay. It's gonna make a network, a Wi-Fi network with the SSID JG5D4, which is that nickname that I showed you a second ago, and then a bunch of things, and it's gonna say Canon something. This is the password, the encryption key. So now I can, on my phone or on my laptop, I can find that Wi-Fi network and enter that password in, and it will connect me to this phone. So that's option number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel right now and show you the other option. The other option is to select a network, which is more convenient when you're at home or the office where you have a network already that exists. Select network, okay. It's gonna scan for local Wi-Fi networks. So if you scroll down, you'll see all the networks, the Wi-Fi networks that are within reach of this camera. And you'll find the one that you want. I'll tap on that. If there is a passcode for your Wi-Fi network, you'll choose which kind it is. You'll say okay. You'll enter that passcode in. Okay. IP address, do you want to use an auto setting? Most of the time that's okay. All right, so at this point in time, this camera has connected to the local Wi-Fi, and that's the most important thing. Now it says waiting to connect. It wants you to get your smartphone out and connect with the Canon Connect app, but we're not gonna talk about that quite yet. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So at this point in time, if we wanna connect to our smartphone to take a look at the images, we're gonna go ahead and tap on the smartphone icon. Choose our network. I'm gonna connect to the JG5D4 Wi-Fi. Click connect. Connect to device, okay. Now you need to go to your smartphone and tap on the settings button and go to your Wi-Fi and look for the network that has something Canon in it and tap that network and connect to it. Once you're connected, you can close your settings app out and then go to the Canon Camera Connect app. And if it's not already connected, it will take a second to connect. And from here, you can tap on the images on camera and you can scroll through. You can tap an image and you can tap the download button and boom, it will save the image right there for you. If you want, you can open the photo app. This will disconnect you from your camera, heads up. We'll just do that real quick. Open up photos and voila, there's my cute little girl. Perfect raw photo right there. That's it. That's how you can connect your Canon 5D Mark IV camera wirelessly to your smartphone. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of my stuff. It really does help make a difference. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.